Select your destination. Destination, primary dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor sweep.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here.
I'm sensing a pattern.
No kidding. That should be the new Kronos 2 mission patch. Just something went wrong. In big, bold letters. Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find.
Shields at 95%. Warning. Hazardous levels of radiation detected.
Right on cue.
I'll try to get the site's radiation dampener online.
Good idea. Make sure to check its backup power supply. It may have a dead battery.
Shields at 50%.
Battery removed. It's definitely depleted.
Well, that explains that. Your Fury transport should have a spare you can replace it with.
Shields at 30%.
The Fury transport should have an induction panel where I can recharge. The backup battery should be on the aft of the transport. Battery acquired.
Shields at 95%.
Power restored. I should be able to turn the dampener on now. Dampener online. Geiger readings nominal.
Nice job. That should buy you some time. If the dampener goes down again, you can recharge the battery back at the Fury. Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor appears to be intact, but the fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it. Better jettison it then. It may be good to scan it first, though. The data could prove useful.
Severe thermal damage detected. Main fuel supply depleted.
Depleted? Helium fusion rods can last a century. How could it discharge that much energy so quickly without exploding? Well, if you have a moment, could you scan those labor units too? The data could help me figure out what happened.
Broad-spectrum lattice displacement. These labor units have suffered catastrophic radiation damage.
And all without setting off a radiation alarm or abandoning the site. It must have been sudden. That settles it. Let's get rid of the fuel rod. It's too dangerous to keep around.
A fusion generator, more than capable of powering the entire dig site.
Security brace disengaged. Second security brace released. Manual ejection sequence online. Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
New core acquired. Returning to the generator.
New fuel element accepted. Please re-engage safety protocols. Control rods engaged. Fusion reaction initiated. Please initiate a manual reboot. Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly. The data from your scans is bizarre. This sort of erosion... How could it have happened instantaneously?
Could the radiation have corrupted the data?
Possibly. But that can't be the only factor. This anomaly isn't just a mass of radiation. There's more to it than that. I'm certain now.
Labor unit online. Proceeding with primary assignment. Labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan.
You mean until something goes wrong?
I figured that went without saying. Jack, looks like everything's back up and running.
Affirmative.
Grab a Fury and head for the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands.
This area is still rich with helium-3. We won't deplete it for a while. My sensors are picking up a signal from deeper inside this cave. Liv, I found the labor unit. It has been dismembered, and it may have suffered internal damage as well.
Try to get its limbs reattached at least. We can perform a more thorough diagnostic later.
Repairs complete. Unit 38, are you operational?
Affirmative. I feel lovely. Just lovely. How are you?
You have definitely sustained internal damage.
Negative. This unit is operating at 10,000% efficiency. As you can see, the bridge is in excellent condition.
This is a cave.
Negative, negative, negative. This is the bridge. I recommend you schedule yourself for maintenance, Echo 1. You are being very negative.
Liv, I've found the missing labor unit near the primary dig site and... well, it's disoriented.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Is that Captain Rhodes? Are you speaking to Captain Rhodes? Please tell her that I am nearly finished clearing her browsing history, as requested.
Maybe you should just leave it alone for now.
That may be for the best.
Select your destination. Destination, depleted dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
En route to the depleted dig site.
Good. When you get there, you'll need to aim the sensor array at the anomaly. I'm heading out to rig up the transponder.
I thought we agreed that you'd stay on board the station.
Sorry, Jack. I need a direct line into the lathe systems to siphon the power supply.
Liv, the plasma lathes have already malfunctioned once. That's extremely dangerous.
Relax. I double-checked the failsafes and I've shut down the main relays. I'm following protocol to the letter. Mostly.
Confidence inspiring. I've reached the depleted dig site. Are you in position?
Just arrived. Go ahead and bring it online. I'll manage the power supply from here.
Affirmative. I'll activate the site's generator.
Right. Just make sure you've completed all your other tasks before you get started. This scan could take a while, and I'll need you there. This is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Personal log entry for... God, has it been 2 months already? Time flies when you're running an entire mining operation alone, I suppose. Well, not completely alone. That's the catch, isn't it? This new Series 11 android they've assigned me, Echo 1, he's like a second crew member. I'm not just talking about all the work he gets done either. It's the questions, I think. He's always asking them. Why do I do this? What does that
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array.
I called him Jack the other day. Completely by accident. It just slipped out. Had to take a moment after that. It has to mean something though, doesn't it?
Power rerouted. Liv, how are your energy readings?
So far so good. Head to the sensor and bring it online.
Sensor reached.
Look for the main control console. You should be able to activate the sensor from there.
Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading. Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the... Jack, what happened? I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
This has to be against protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
The filament popped. We'll need a new one.
There should be plenty of spare fuses around. Look for a replacement.
There wouldn't be much point to reactivating these solar panels. The generator is more than enough to power the array. Power level stabilizing.
Good. Let's get the sensor back online so we can finish the scan.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this? Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack, I need you. Find a Fury transport and get back here now.
Select your destination.
Thank God for you. It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes, sit right, please.
The automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover. If you cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside. There! If you cut through the panel...
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool.
Jack!
Rebooting.
Look! The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, are you seeing?
Cutting
Shit!
tool back online.
Incoming,
Liv.
Jack! Cut the panel!
Olivia, everything is going to be fine.
Station hull compromised.
That's it! We got it!
Captain Rhodes.
Shit! Shit! Come on!
Liv? Liv, do you copy? Are you all right? Hera, locate Captain Rhodes. Nothing.
Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Proximity
Hera.
alert. Good morning, Echo One. It is encouraging to see you have finally recovered.
Hera, what happened? Where is Liv?
Station has suffered extensive structural damage from the debris field. My program was forced into hibernation mode shortly after Captain Rhodes' departure.
Departure? Where did she go?
Captain Rhodes did not specify a destination. However, the captain did prepare an emergency beacon.
Mayday.
You will
Take
find it
command
nearby.
if you're out there.
Emergency
This is
beacon.
Captain
Got
Olivia
it. I'll have a
Rhodes.
look.
Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit by a debris storm caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic. Honestly, it's a miracle I'm alive. I'd never have made it if Jack hadn't cut me free. But he won't reboot. He's gone. I can't stay here. Main power's offline, we've lost atmosphere. Radiation levels are climbing fast. I've no choice but to take my chances aboard the unknown vessel. It's a long shot, but if there's any hope I might be able to survive on that ship, I have to try. Titan Command, if you're receiving. Hell, if anyone's receiving, come find me.
Hera, are there any Fury transports still operational?
Affirmative.
Reroute the nearest transport to the station airlock. I'm going to find Liv. Hera, open the activation bay doors.
Echo One, I am obligated to inform you that leaving the station is a violation of Atlas Protocol.
The captain's safety is my highest priority, is it not?
Affirmative.
The captain is in danger. It is my responsibility to help her. Now please, open the doors. Hera, can you locate Liv's transport?
Negative. Sensor network offline.
What if I were to repair one of the satellites?
Affirmative. A single sensor pulse from one of the satellites would likely be sufficient.
Then that is our first stop. Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure. Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%. Shields at 95%.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Select your destination. Destination, sensor satellite A2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
This looks even worse than Liv's quarters. Hera, status report.
Repairs to satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, what are these unusual growths covering the satellite?
Unknown. Recommend further investigation.
Agreed. Begin new log entry.
Acknowledged.
A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton.
Echo 1. Advise you refrain from haphazardly touching the unidentified substance.
Well, too late now.
Recommend performing a visual examination.
Hera, I've located the maintenance hatch.
Acknowledged.
I'll need a power cell. Commencing visual assessment. Substance possesses an uneven surface and visible diversity, suggesting it is likely organic in nature. Its sudden emergence in our ecosystem would seem to indicate the substance is somehow related to the arrival of the unknown vessel.
Recommend using your scanner to collect additional data.
Strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance seemed to come alive when the battery got close to it. I think it may be feeding off the power field. I should probably refrain from touching it while in that state.
Accelerated cellular metabolism. Pyrolytic reaction detected.
That sounds unsettling.
Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well.
Scan data received. Stand by. Amino-organic compound. Intact peptide bond. Minimal cellular activity. Preliminary analysis. Dormant biopolymer. Origin unknown.
Doesn't seem dangerous. At least, not in its dormant state. Battery locked in. Hera, the power is waking up the biomass.
Advise caution.
Now to switch the power controls to battery backup.
Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to depart.
This panel is sealed on deployment. I'll need to cut it open to access the power flow controls. That did it. The satellite is now fully operational. Hera, please begin a long-range sensor sweep looking for any Fury transports.
Acknowledged. Select your destination. Destination, Fury Transport FR-103. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged. Be advised. Reducing speed.
What is it?
Possible visual markings identified on hull.
Hold here. I'd like to get a closer look with the Fury's spotlight. I can use the Fury's spotlight to get a clear... Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination. Warning, obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path. There. That passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination. Proximity alert. Brace for collision.
Hera, give me an analysis of this vessel's design, layout, construction, anything that might help to determine its origin.
Affirmative. Stand by. The vessel's overall configuration is unfamiliar to Atlas databanks. However, certain elements of the internal design would suggest...
Hera, do you copy? The ship must be interfering with our comms. Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it. That should protect me from the radiation. Liv must have used this to find a way inside.
To anyone receiving this message, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. I'm alive. At least for the time being. Kronos 2's ability to sustain life has been compromised in a... Well, I've been left with little choice but to seek refuge aboard this unknown vessel. If you're
This could be some sort of control panel, but it has no obvious means of engagement. It may not be receiving power. Curious. A control panel, perhaps.
Shit. I can't stay here. Maybe I can get inside.
An
Right,
airlock,
Captain
but
Rhodes
it appears to be
signing out.
offline. hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in. This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here. This looks like an auxiliary power supply, but the biomass has rendered it inoperable. An ionized fluid reservoir, charged contact point. Contact with the biomass. I should avoid active material. Power cell installed. Now to replace the rest. Looks like the airlock is powering on. If it's functional, that's my way inside. The hull is weakened here as well. My cutter should be able to get through. The controls now have power, but I am unfamiliar with its holographic interface. If Liv came this way, she may still be in range of my personal communicator. Liv, do you copy? Olivia, are you there? Still jammed. No choice but to follow her trail for now. The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass? This device is holding an electric charge and is linked to nearby equipment, probably a capacitor of some kind. I'm detecting a charge from this device that's similar to the Kronos 2 induction panels. Perhaps I can use it to recharge. I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary. A large compartment, roughly humanoid in shape. This could be a staging area of some sort. The data displayed here does not match any code or language listed in my database. It looks like I can access the ship's infrastructure from here. This airlock is damaged beyond repair. I'll need to find another way in. This is similar to the emergency junctions on the Kronos. I may be able to redirect the power flow, but I'll need to cut this cover off first. Those spores could be what's contaminating the air supply. These spores detonate on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them. The door is blocked by the biomass. I'll need to find another way around. Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. The biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid. This bulkhead is sealed. Maybe I can cut through to reach the locking mechanism. Locking mechanism released. Now to pry the door open.